There was a house. No one lived in it. And yet, every night, in its window, someone was standing there. And one day, it disappeared because it had already come into my room. My parents had been searching for a rental house for months. And finally, we found one. The house was beautiful, quiet, and cheap, but there was something strange. Behind the house stood an old, broken, abandoned building. It looked like no one had stepped there for years, yet somehow it didn't feel empty. My room was at the back. If I opened the window, that house was right in front of me. One window on the upper floor was always open. Always. The first night, I just watched. The second night, I felt like that window was watching me. The third night, I was sure someone was there. It was around 9 p.m. The lights were off and I was sitting on my bed. Then, I saw it. In the upper window, a dark shadow. Completely still. But its face was turned towards me. My breath stopped. I couldn't move. And then, slowly, it tilted its head. I couldn't even scream. I just ran to my mother. "Mom, it was watching me." She looked through the window. "Where? There's nothing." But that night, I didn't even try to sleep because I felt like someone was watching me in the darkness, silently. The next night, I kept the lights off on purpose and waited. After a while, it appeared again, but this time it was closer. And this time I saw clearly. It wasn't human. Its eyes unnaturally large. Its face long, distorted, and on its lips a faint smile. I felt like it was calling me. I decided I'll end this tonight. That night, I quietly entered that house. The door slowly opened on its own, as if it was waiting for me. Inside, there was no wind, yet the curtains were moving. As I climbed the stairs, I heard footsteps behind me. But when I turned, no one was there. Upstairs, I opened that room. The room was empty, but there were scratch marks on the floor, nail marks on the walls, and a strange smell like rotten flesh. I stepped back. Suddenly, the door slammed shut, and then, right near my ear, I screamed and ran. But downstairs, the door was locked. I was trapped. I screamed all night, banged on the door, but no one came. And then it came. Out of the darkness, slowly, towards me. I saw its face. And after that, I remember nothing. The next morning, I was in my bed. My mother was waking me up. Everything felt normal. But I wasn't. I didn't feel hungry. I started hating light. And as soon as night came, my eyes would open on their own. One night, my mother woke up. She looked at me. I wasn't in the room. She looked outside and screamed. I was outside, but I didn't look human. I was crouched on the ground, and I was eating something. When I lifted my head, blood was dripping from my mouth. My mother understood. This is not my daughter. The next night, she made me sit in the car. On the way, she asked, "You used to like dolls, right?" I smiled. "Yes, very much." My mother started crying because I hated dolls. She locked the car and poured petrol. I screamed, "Mom, it's me!" She closed her eyes and set it on fire. Screams, the smell of burning flesh, and then silence. Later, they found me in that abandoned house. I had been trapped there for 4 days. But one thing still doesn't let me sleep. When my mother hugged me, I whispered in her ear, "Mom, it's still there." And that night, for the first time, my mother saw that window, and in it, a shadow was standing. This time, it wasn't alone.